Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Check Out My Ass. I figured for my weekly update I'd do things a little bit differently this week. I thought I'd do a quick update over video. Whether the series lasts or not is a different story, but we'll try it out this week and see how it goes. So last week was definitely a very interesting one for me and for VISTY. Obviously I posted on Friday about a significant win that we've had, something that I've been working towards over these last 8 months or so. So really interesting getting in with one of the biggest agencies here in Ireland for a very interesting campaign which opens up a new channel for me with VISTY around connected TV. It's definitely an area I've been looking at. It's something I have been building around. We have got it available on our website, but I haven't really spoken about it as much. But certainly in some of my posts, I've mentioned how CTV is definitely a channel where people really need to know what they're buying. It's a difficult one to get right. People think they're buying on connected TVs in people's living rooms when the reality is quite often a lot of impressions are getting bought on tablet devices, other mobile devices, the likes of these. So the fact I was able to get this over the line is a massive opportunity for me, and really kind of focus in on the fact that we'll be buying specifically impressions guaranteed across smart TVs only. So you really get that lean back, full screen, biggest screen in the home, sound on, the whole point of connected TV. And then across from that actually as well, another channel that we've now opened after getting some questions from existing clients is around the display side of things. So display was definitely one that I didn't really have on the radar for focusing VISTY on. But we're applying the same logic to how we buy our video. So it's giving that full transparency piece. These are the only websites that you'll be showing your ad on. So yeah, that seems to be an area that I'm going to look into further. But that's obviously as well kind of made me think even a little bit more about the whole tagline with VISTY where we say visibility done simple. And for me, that was all about video initially. Connected TV was always to come, and even programmatic audio. But it's making me think even more about the whole point of VISTY. It is making it simple for advertisers and for agencies to buy media and placements in the type of websites, the type of publishers, the type of devices that you actually want to be buying on. Not getting a black box of maybe 10% of my ad spend is going into good websites, and then the other 90% I'm not really seeing where that's going. So it's really kind of making me think about how we position VISTY and that visibility done simple piece. As for bottlenecks, meetings still the top one for me. Need more meetings. As a solo founder, it's difficult to figure out everything. You'll see I've got the numbers up from last week. We had a couple of meetings, which is, it's always good to be getting those in, but we need volume, we need more. So with that, I am testing out a couple of new solutions. One across outreach across LinkedIn, and then another piece is around cold calling. So we need to see how those both go over the next few weeks. But that's the biggest kind of bottleneck, and I'm guessing that's going to remain the biggest bottleneck until I really kind of crack it. And I'm sure for most people that's always going to be a challenge. And then lastly, I suppose the last thing I'd say is if you're looking for some engagement on LinkedIn, you want to increase your impressions that are going out there, stick up a photo of a pint. That seemed to do the trick for me on Friday. Probably got more impressions and more engagement on that post than I've had in weeks. So yeah, stick a photo of a pint up and see how that goes. So look, I'm going to leave it at that, and thank you for listening. Who knows, maybe we'll have another one of these next week or in the next couple of weeks for episode 2 of Check Out My Ass.